Nigel, that's cheating! Now I know where to shoot. Good morning guys, so this is the first video I'm ever going to have where we are going to have a little challenge. I'm going to the airport very soon. You're going to see many more videos from my tour to Britain, but we're going to have this little challenge. We're in the Lake District, we have 1 hour, and yeah, let's see what we are going to get. 3, 2, 1, go!
Don't know why he's running.
Am I under the impression you know all the compositions here?
Yes. Well, not all of them, but 99 out of 100.
You do know that's cheating.
Yeah, it is. I completely agree with that, but I have many handicaps.
Yeah, you do. So I have a few things against me this morning. So as we said, it is our very last morning here in the Lake District and I'm on the way to the airport. I'm pretty sure I'm going to release this video before a lot of the other stuff I'm releasing from Great Britain. And one of the things I have against me is that I have to use my backup camera because last night it was complete carnage. Like everything was wet. You will see that in a later video for sure. So right now I'm using my A7C, which is 24 megapixels. This is pretty good. And I can still use all my Sony lenses on it. So the first composition I found here, just here along the road. And up here, there is some pretty nice gnarly oak branches. It kind of reminds me like of an octopus or I don't know, something with these gnarly stuff here. As you can see, I'm still all the way up at ISO 1600, f5.6 to, yeah, basically because I'm shooting at 400 millimeter. It gives me a shutter speed of 1/15 of a second. So in between when the wind is like died down, I should be able to get a pretty decent sharp photo. So yeah, on to the next. So long it's just not on my side these past 24 hours. So yeah, as I said, my main camera has got probably some water issues. Hopefully it will dry out, but I just managed to drop my Osmo Pocket just like head down. Like I've dropped it so many times, so many places, and it has been fine. But now, so now I have my phone on and hopefully you can still see something with this one here. So I guess that since Nigel is allowed to cheat because he knows this place, I guess I'm allowed to cheat too and shoot one of the icons here, which is this boathouse. I have never been here before, so I kind of want the photo. However, it is just horrendous conditions. It's so windy. And as you can see on the lake, so I will definitely have to long expose this one, and then I'm probably just going to introduce like a good amount of negative space, either the water or the trees here. It's probably going to be the water because the trees are like blowing in the wind, so they're just getting like blurred out and it doesn't really look particularly good. So I'm trying to minimize the trees and then I'll just introduce a lot of foreground here with the lake. I can't really use the branches out here, which is really good for framing the place because they're also moving in the wind. So I'm definitely just going to like introduce a lot of water, negative space, and I think that ought to do it.
Okay, so this is the classic shot. Mass is definitely going to come and take this. but there's a few tricks I know about it that I'm not going to tell him about. And there's a better composition way further down there when it's like this, the conditions. So I'm going to go down there. He's not going to know where I've gone, and I'm not going to take it from here. I've got to win this competition, haven't I? Like, I live here. I can't let Mass win it. No way.
So my biggest struggle when it comes to photographing here is actually not so much time as it's finding something to photograph. So I came by this tree here and I think it can work as my subject, just not here. So maybe if I walk up here and use the lake as the background or something like that. You can see there's a little bit of light coming out now here, up here in the background mountains. There we go. But honestly, time is of the essence. I'm not the only one running this morning. So nobody told me that a challenge should be challenging. Now it's also raining, which makes everything so much easier. I came up onto the hill and photographed towards the tree here in the background. So I'm using the long lens, as you can see here, zooming all the way in to, well, that's not a whole lot all the way, 140 millimeter. And then I'm putting on my polarizing filter. It just gives me a little bit longer shutter speed, like 2 seconds shutter speed, f16 and ISO 50. And it's a long enough shutter speed for me to blur out the water in the background. I have a little bush down here that I can then probably remove in Photoshop, which makes the photo a little bit cleaner. I hope it will. It's a very minimal photo, but I quite like this tree. It looks fairly aesthetic, I would say.
Why is there a sign like that on such a pretty door? Completely ruins the scene. Nonsense. Right, gonna do all the Instagram tricks. I'm gonna pick up some leaves and throw them in front of the camera. Ready? Managed to capture absolutely no leaves then.
Stress, stress, stress. But I think you can see I have a rainbow and I have Nigel over here and I just thought he haven't seen it, so I'm cutting it. So what I'm going to do is I am using the trail here, just leading through the scene up to the rainbow. It's a terrible scene, I know, because I have simply just too much of the lake out here, and yeah, so many things wrong with this scene, but I caught a rainbow. So Nigel, that's cheating! My rainbow! So everything just basically happened at once. So after the rainbow here, we got some really good light over here and some good light over here. I missed out on that light because making videos and making a challenge and changing lenses, and yeah, everything is just really hard at once. But yeah, I think over the water, at least I photographed some light. I don't know, maybe it's good, like, check it out. Yes, I struggled quite a lot this morning, but one thing I really benefited from was my thinking about composition. So if you want to learn a whole lot more about composition and landscape photography, be sure to get my 2 ebooks. There are links to both of them down in the description. They're easy to read and has loads of examples as to get to the point fast. If you're in doubt whether you want them, there are also 2 light versions you can download first and check out whether you want them or not. So, same location, and I don't have to run for it. I am photographing the mountains up here, and there's just like the smallest slither of light right there. I've gone into vertical mode, getting like vertical, super minimalist, super moody photo here, but I actually think that it works, this one here. So yeah, I don't know. This will be the last photo because I have like 10 minutes to get back to the cars, and let's see to it afterwards. Here's the photo. So that was a hard challenge. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check out both Nigel's video and James's video. I'm sure it will be so much fun. And yeah.
It was easy. What do you mean hard? Just knew the area, knew where all the compositions were. No problem at all.
See you in the next video.
It's a real wake-up call for my fitness, that.
That's the outro.
Now this was of course a challenge video, so let us know down in the comments which one of us did best this morning. Here follows a few clips that I couldn't fit into the main storyline, and be sure to check out both James and Nigel's videos. What are you doing, James?
I'm going to go to the village.
The village? You know...
Mostly in search of bacon.
You do know we are landscape photographers, right?
Well, I just want breakfast.
Fair enough. Bye-bye. One thing is that we have the challenge of doing some photography for 1 hour. We're also making a YouTube video, which takes about, well, it's not going to take an hour, but we have to cram everything into this. So a little bit of B-roll here.
Right, I think I've lost Matt. Hopefully he's going to go that way. I'm going to go through this gate, and I know there's some good compositions down here. So fingers crossed, let's see what we can get.
He totally didn't lose me. It's so fake. Everything is fake. Everything for YouTube.
Isn't it? Look at that. The power that's done that. Yeah, that'll do.
Now I know where to shoot.
This is just wrong. Just in time.
You literally made it on the minute.
How was that?
That was fun. I didn't make it to the lake. Did you?
Yeah, we found a lake.
In the Lake District. Oh.
And I said, if Matt comes, tell him to go that way.
I got that on video.